All right, well, what's up, y'all? How y'all doing today?
What's up? It's your dog, B. Randon.
What's up?
Back in this bitch.
And Sky.
Welcome back, y'all, to another episode of the Rise Above It podcast. And I'm Elijah. I got Brandon and Skylar with me here today. And I want to apologize for kind of been busy the past couple weeks. It's why we wasn't here. Yeah, it was why we wasn't here last week and stuff, dropping that episode. But we back. We finna keep feeding y'all and kind of want to start off. How's y'all recap of the month of August? How do you guys think you guys did? As far as your job, things you got going on for yourself, how do you think you've grown within the month of August, and how can you carry that into September? It's brand new month. It's September 1st, baby.
Shit, that's a good question, you know. August was good. You know, at this point, the days be running together.
Yeah, for sure.
Working all these fucking hours and shit. But yeah, it's been good. I've been saving a lot more money.
That's really good.
Ain't been going out that much, spending shit on fucking alcohol and every weekend. But
yeah, same old BS.
oh God. But yeah, been chilling for the most part.
I feel like, I'm not gonna lie, August went by really fast.
Bro,
I don't know.
all these months.
I feel like part of the reason I feel like it went by fast is because my birthday is the next month, so it's kind of like
excited.
Hurry up. But yeah, my birthday in 2 weeks. We lit. Coming up soon. It's crazy how I feel like just the other day it was April, it was March and stuff like that. The year goes by so fast. How about you, Skylar? How was your August, and overall, how was it, and how do you think you can carry whatever positive things you gained from the month of August with your growth and anything you've done that you can carry into September?
My August has been good. Just been doing school.
Yeah. School has been
focused on that.
Oh God, school.
The classes I'm in are probably like the hardest classes I think I've taken like ever. So I've been like studying every single day.
That's good. I know you just said your classes weren't as hard as they were before. Were you still doing the studying, or is that kind of something you realized you had to kind of pick up on since your classes have gotten so hard?
No, that's something that I definitely had to pick up on. I feel like before I could cram before I test, but these aren't the classes where you can cram.
What classes are you taking?
Yeah,
I'm in anatomy 2 and physics right now.
Damn.
And I'm taking I'm taking the lab with both of them. So it's
should be fun. What's your major?
My major right now, it was medical science.
Medical science.
Take physics for that?
I'm not gonna lie. I hate science
because I'm doing sonography. Yeah, and then I have to do ultrasound physics eventually, which is supposed to be even harder. So
a
lot of physics.
Damn, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been a fan of science since since middle school, high school, and so the whole like physics. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I have no idea what physics has to do.
I took physics senior. No,
I'm not gonna lie,
year, bro. But it wasn't even honors or nothing, and that shit was hard.
Yeah, I luckily didn't have to take that.
I failed in high school.
Yeah, honestly, high school ain't mean shit. Those classes in high school was bullshit. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, my month of August, I'm not gonna lie, it had a lot of growth I made in August. Kind of, one thing I do that happens a lot throughout the week, just kind of when I'm at work, a lot of things that I've dealt with kind of throughout the past few months and stuff like that, they've come up a lot while I'm at work. It'll just pop up out of nowhere, and I think it's a good thing now that it happens. Is before it would come up and I would kind of deny it, that I was thinking it, I was going through it. And now that I'm a lot more aware of my emotions and stuff like that, I'm able to understand why this is kind of coming up, or why am I thinking about this right now? I'm not gonna lie, this past month has been a very big month of me thinking about all those things and kind of letting it go. And understanding that I don't need that to be a catalyst for every decision I make going forward. Like the things that happened previously, I don't want that to be a part of anything I have going on now. And so kind of just leaving it in the past and not focusing on the past and keeping my head forward in the present and the future and honestly, one thing going into September, getting ready to turn 23 is kind of like each year I set goals for myself. I set things I want to get done, and getting close to turning 23. Reflecting back on the year and realizing how tough of a year it was for me, but how everything that I kind of went through at the beginning of me turning 22, how I'm here now. Like, there's a lot of shit I used to talk about around the time of my birthday, and even before that, this podcast shit, I say it all the time, but this is one of the major things that kind of helped that get going, is the way my 22nd birthday and the year of me turning 22, bro, it was a rough year, bro. I really didn't expect a lot of the things that was going on to really happen. And so the fact that it did, and I'm here now, I'm looking forward to the new year and what it has to offer. And so, so we're just talking about, you're just talking about school and stuff like that. We've all started school the past couple of weeks, and I kind of want to know, with school starting up, how have you been able to balance your schoolwork, you kind of being bombarded with so much schoolwork? Like you were saying, you've had to take on you studying a lot more. How have you been able to still do the things that bring you peace, kind of put you at ease, bring you joy, things of like your passions? How are you able to still keep those and do those things while still making your schoolwork a priority or your job a priority? How are you able to balance everything?
Time management skills. Yeah.
That's nice.
Managing your time. I'm really bad at that. I'm getting better, but yeah, making sure you have time to do stuff, because, you know, you can't hang out with friends for 8 hours and then come home. You have 1 hour to cram, because that was definitely me when I lived away. But I could get away with it because my classes were easier.
Yeah. That's very similar to myself. Right? Time management, I feel like the biggest thing that I've done a lot better these past 2 weeks is like the procrastination part of it. Like, if I can still hang out with my friends. I could still do the stuff for the podcast. I could still play the game. I could still do whatever. But I know there's moments where it's an easy decision, where I have the free time. I know I got homework that's due in 2 days or a day. I could either sit here and play this game and then get to it and be rushing when I get to it afterwards, or I could just get it done now. Why do this little reading, these notes, read over the notes, the least I could do. Because that's one thing that I didn't used to do before. I'm not gonna lie. I would get my classes and I'm waiting till that Thursday night, maybe that Friday day, to really do it when it's due. And so I think the biggest thing is having just that discipline of knowing, like, at the beginning of the week, I see what I have due Friday or whatever during the week, and make sure that, bro, don't push this till the end of the week. Don't push till the due date. Because then I think a problem I was having before was I didn't feel like I was really taking anything from the classes I was doing. I was just, especially the online thing, I was kind of just doing this class. I'm going to turn this assignment in so I can get the grade. Fuck whatever they're teaching me. I don't care. I'm just trying to get this grade. And now my classes, bro, are so interesting. I think it makes me a lot more eager to learn. Like, all of the classes, I think the difference when we were talking about high school, how you didn't study and stuff like that in high school. We used to be, bro, those classes in high school didn't feel like I was learning anything that I liked to learn about or found a purpose in doing. And like being in college and having a major and like your classes are set towards that major, I'm actually starting to feel like what I'm learning, it's like I'm actually want to learn. Like, I want to read the notes. I want to read what this shit's talking about, because it's going to help me, and it's only going to make the career I'm trying to go into, make it easier and stuff like that. So I've realized how when I change my discipline up, it's not about me choosing one or the other. I could do both. I could have the fun with my friends and still do my homework. Before we came over here, I had some homework I had to do. Like, this homework shit come first for real. And someone that isn't in school or is not actively doing homework, they wouldn't understand where you have to tell somebody, no, you can't go do it because I got this homework I got to do and stuff like that. So I think having the discipline of knowing, like, okay, I could go do this and wait till the last minute to do my homework, but what I told myself I want to get out of this, and the growth, the everything I want to take out of this, I'm not going to be able to get the full amount of what I'm really trying to take from this if I'm still doing the same bullshit I was doing before. Because before I was getting the grades, I was still passing my classes, but I was half-assing, bro. It was that school doesn't really, it comes easy to me. So it's like I don't have to try hard. But now I realized it's not the trying hard. It's just you're setting discipline. You're giving yourself the gracefulness to know that, hey, you're gonna get it done. You don't have to add it on stress, because once you start adding on the stress, I feel like it gets to the point where you feel like you can't do the things that bring you peace because you're putting your all into your work or your school. And like that's the biggest thing I've tried to not do, is because I used to do that before, where I would put my all into my job or my work and then come home and everybody else gets a ugly Elijah or a pissed off Elijah or a moody Elijah, what everybody likes to say. But yeah, how about you? Your school's a lot different from ours. It's not really, but
it is. I
it's more
only have
incorporated.
one class, but the thing is,
damn.
yeah, I have one class, 6 to 9 at HCC. So yeah, and it's only Tuesdays and Thursdays. But the thing is, I'm going to have to go through a whole 4-year program. So it's like the same, but I'm not taking all these classes.
If you're doing a 4-year program, why do they only have you doing one class? Why don't you do multiple? Is it just...
I don't even know. I guess each year is supposed to be a different class, but they just name it first year, second year.
So it's just like the one class is... It's an overall thing. It's not like how we're doing, I have a major and I have to take 4 classes.
Because the class I'm going through, by the end of the 4 years, I'm going to be able to take my journeyman's test and be a licensed electrician. But it's not like you got to take a math or science or
like the prerequisite.
Yeah.
That's honestly, I think that's really cool how they can incorporate the schooling you have to get done for the job. I feel like a lot of people, and kind of the thing that I haven't come into contact with it yet, but kind of knowing that when I start to do internships, the one thing I hate to see, and it makes sense, but I just don't really agree with it, is you needing experience to do the internship. Like,
that's bullshit.
Isn't the internship supposed to be the experience before you get to the job? And it's like, there's been multiple internships that I've tried to do, like working with PR agencies and stuff like that, because that was my previous major. It's like they say, oh, you have to have 4 years of college and then 2 years of experience. It's like, how are you going to get the experience?
Exactly.
Like, you start in the door.
They'll go to college, go to these 4-year universities, and by the end of the 4 years, they don't have a job to go to.
Exactly.
You need experience everywhere.
Yeah, and it's...
Or they know somebody. That's how you get in.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's the issue I've had lately with the kind of job I've been looking for. I want to do like medical scribe or, like medical receptionist, and they need you to have at least 1 year of experience. How do you get experience without doing it?
Yeah, exactly. I think that's, it's backwards.
It's entry level, so there's a step ahead.
The entry level, you need experience to do the entry. Like, that don't even make no sense. And that's one of the things, like, with your schooling, how you were able to get the job and then you went into the schooling stuff. Like, you didn't have to do the school because you would have had to do 4 years before you got the job. Like, and you not getting paid. Like, that's the cool part,
That's a part of the apprenticeship program, though, with the state of Florida that I have to have. I think it's like 572 school hours and then 8,000 work hours, and then that's why it's a 4-year program, because they're expecting by the end of those 4 years I'll have that hours from both working and schooling
to be able to,
and then
to go
do whatever I want after that.
I was just gonna say, like, from there, after you get that, is it kind of like they let you go to do your own thing, or you still have ties?
No, I'm gonna still be working for them.
Okay.
It's just, as of right now, I'm only an apprentice. Sure. And then when I can become a journeyman, and then I'll be able to start moving up, like foreman, superintendent, all the
That's lit.
The fancy jobs.
Skylar, with your classes, do you know how much longer you have until you're finished?
Well, I already have my associate's degree, so I'm just taking these classes as prerequisites for
Your
a
bachelor's.
sonography program next year.
Okay.
And that's considered like an associate program. So I'll have 2 associate's degrees.
Oh, okay. That's lit. I definitely feel that. I have my associates from Savannah State. That's the kind of the craziest thing is one thing I am doing, because I want, the major I'm doing right now is sports management, and I kind of want to just, like, as much as I want to do that, my main shit is public relations.
What was your major at Savannah State?
It was mass communications with a focus in public
So
relations.
it's different.
And so I was focusing on the PR, just basically my end goal is not really an end goal, but where I'm trying to get to is basically become a journalist. Like, and so not just a journalist, but be able to like a sports agent is my main shit with the PR and sports agents kind of go hand in hand with the journalists being able to kind of this podcast stuff. This is journalism.
Yeah.
It's in a form. And I don't know, I just find myself kind of staying in the sports realm with the PR stuff since I wasn't able to, kind of with ending football, I wanted to still, I feel like for some reason, I have a voice. I feel like I have a voice to speak on certain things with football that I wanted to find a different way to still have an impact without being on the field and playing and shit like that. So that's one thing, the journalism stuff I found a lot. It's things like Stephen A. We talked in the group chat about Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Like those people. Stephen A. is someone that I look up to as far as the journalist stuff. And so that's kind of why I was asking you to see because I thought I had like a little bit of time left, like maybe a semester or 2. I probably have 2 or 3, but I plan on getting them done pretty quickly and stuff like that. It's just really, I don't know. It's figuring out and making sure the classes that I'm taking now, like I was saying earlier, match with the career I'm trying to do and not just taking a class just to get the credits that I need. Like, no, like if I'm not taking a class that has to do with sports management, I'm looking up a class. I'm adding a class that has to do with public relations. So I'm still, even if it's a class that's not towards my major, I'm still adding something to my classes that I'm still be able to take with me type shit. And so I'm kind of I want to get into some topics and stuff like that. The first thing, we were kind of talking about it earlier. You guys remember the fiasco about the festival, the Fire?
Yeah,
Fire. I don't know.
Fire Festival?
Yeah. It said it's actually already sold out. I'm gonna pull up this link, but 6 years after the Fire Festival became synonymous with epic disaster, its founder announced he's relaunching the failed music and camping retreat, and its first drop of tickets have already sold out. I'm about to look up this, bro. The prices for this shit.
It's retarded.
They said the price. This is fucking outrageous. It starts from $500 to $8,000, and that bitch is sold out.
So people spent $8,000 to go to that.
8,000.
Couldn't, in the right state of mind, spend my money on some bullshit like that after seeing what happened the last time they tried to do it, bro.
Yeah, they made a whole freaking documentary. This bitch was on
Bro.
Netflix everywhere because of this shit, bro. And this, I think the craziest shit is, and I think it shows a bit of stupidity with people, bro. This shit. It's literally documented that this shit did not work out and these niggas were in horrible conditions. Why do you want to pay for this?
And I'm not saying shit's finna go wrong, but it's just knowing what happened the last time. I'm not spending money on that, bro.
Why would I?
They ate, what was it, ham and cheese sandwiches and the little styrofoam plates.
Straight bullshit.
They had little cabana beds and it rained, so the beds were soaked when they got there. And they didn't even have enough.
Imagine you doing it. Imagine you paying all this money to go out to this thing, whoever you're gonna see, till you realize the conditions, and then they twirl you and be like, "Oh yeah, I don't know if we can give you your money back. Like y'all just paid all this. Sorry. Like I hope you can make it back."
Yeah, that's crazy.
And on the second part,
I mean, whoever is spending money on that shit in the first place, they'll be all right.
Yeah. The biggest part is, who the hell is that big that you want to go see at that goddamn festival? Like,
Was it supposed to be a music festival?
I believe so.
Yes,
All
I
right.
think so. I think the publicity that it got last time definitely played a factor into it
Oh,
being
yeah.
sold out now.
Yeah.
People will go just to film it.
Oh yeah.
You know,
they had flew out like popular models and was shooting the commercial with them.
oh, dead ass.
Yeah, they would pay for their flights for them to go out there, have a whole photo shoot, and then that was the commercial.
Oh shit!
See,
I
I
didn't know that.
So it had all the hype, and they had all those models, and I think I forget who else. They had people posting the Fire Festival.
Oh shit!
So that shit was gaining traction.
That's what this is. It actually shows that I think it was Ja Rule was one of the people
with the one dude. I forget his name.
He had put a settlement because he was a person that endorsed it.
Oh yeah,
like once that shit,
it was them two, the main two. Like,
oh, he was
with it.
Oh,
yeah,
I didn't know that. It says here too, bro, that they don't even. There's not even a set list.
Now, last year they actually not last year. Last time it happened, they actually had everything planned out. So that's why it went crazy. But they weren't expecting
all that shit.
That many people, and then I guess something happened with like the shipments or whatever. I forget. They didn't get what they were supposed to, and then they didn't pay the workers. I'm like, bro, this was a whole disaster.
Yeah, bro. So I'm reading here that the Fires Festival's promised glamping accommodations ended up being FEMA disaster relief tent.
Yes, bro.
Its decadent dining turned out to be meager cheese sandwiches. That's
not
crazy.
even meat, bro. Just cheese.
That's crazy. And it said its star-studded lineup,
like prison.
Blink 182 on God, to Migos all canceled. So the Migos were supposed to be at it.
That's what I'm saying. It was look legit.
Blink 182 is like popular.
I was gonna say they're pretty popular. I haven't listened to their music, but I have heard of that before, and that's crazy. It says there was no lineup and no details about accommodation, and the location was vaguely set as the Caribbean. They said last year the government will not endorse or approve any event on the islands associated with McFarland. That's the guy who.
That's what I'm saying. But so wait. In the Caribbean.
It just says the Caribbean. It's not like
no. I'm saying like they're not approving anything that he.
Yes, yeah. It says the Bahamas.
Still buying the shit.
It says the Bahamas Tourism Ministry said last year the government will not endorse or approve any event.
Oh, Bahamas. He gonna find somewhere else.
I'm not gonna lie,
because I think that's where we were supposed to have it last year. Or I keep saying last year.
The thing is though, is if them niggas just came out and said that, who else is gonna say something? Because it's one thing I realized, and a lot of things when we were kind of talking about the Travis Scott shit, I realized it's bigger than just the artist who's there and doing that shit, bro. Mm-hmm. It's the production company, it's the like Live Nation. I forgot the exact name, what they call them, but those companies that kind of sponsor the events, and you see their big logo on the different wall shit and shit like that. Those people get sued, bro. Like, it's not just like Travis Scott. When that shit happened, it wasn't just Travis Scott who got. It's because the festival people got to bring the security. They gotta bring all that shit. So I mean, it's kind of like anyone that would be willing to actually like be like, okay, we trust that after this whole documentary. Like, I think the documentary really, because it pointed them in a very bad light, and rightfully so. They definitely was wilding with the tents and all that shit. But I think it's crazy that they doing that now. Like, what is he? I think it's kind of
people are gonna go just to film. It's gonna be YouTubers and those kinds of people.
Yeah, what's influencers?
Influencers.
Book a separate room just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. They said they had Kylie Jenner, I think it was Kendall Jenner, and Hailey Bieber were the A-list celebrities that promoted the shit.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I think they changed
They truthfully.
No, wait, for this one.
No, this was for the last one.
Oh, I was about to say because
talking about this.
Oh hell no, that'd be stupid.
Because I think they changed their profile picture on Instagram to the Fire Festival logo. It's like they should have at least named it something else.
Yeah,
but that's how they're making the money.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, of course, just like any other damn festival, there's always going to be the few dumbasses that buy the tickets, and then going to be the same people that complain on Twitter, or X. I'm sorry, it's not Twitter anymore. I'm not gonna lie. I think the whole festival vibes is a little like not what it's picturing it to be. Like, I feel like when I think of a festival, I'm thinking it's supposed to everybody's in a good amount of space where you can vibe to the music. That's not the case at all. Them niggas are crammed in that bitch, and it looks horrible. And
It doesn't look fun at all.
it does. It that's the part of it. It's like
When I'm finna pee in the bag, like,
and let alone the pee. These stank ass, dirty ass people around me bumping into me, sweaty ass people. Like, come on,
They're
bro.
all on drugs.
Yeah, like crazy drugs at that.
man, it's
Zombie and shit. Like, bro, like get away from me, bro. Like, nah, not doing that right now. I think the concerts are starting to turn into the festivals now. Like that Cardi concert we was talking about going to.
yeah.
That's definitely a vibe.
That's gonna be the same shit though.
But that's why when we was
Fucking
talking
mosh
about
pit.
it,
Niggas,
the general admission, I'm cool off the general
Yeah, I'm
admission.
straight.
I'm not gonna lie. I used to want to do that shit just to be close. Now
nah.
I can appreciate it from a distance.
You don't
Oh,
want to
God.
be in that mosh pit.
Yeah.
Oh God, you don't.
I don't want to see anybody that bad.
Yeah, that's especially
get
Playboy Cardi.
Trampled. Oh, you
Playboy
know,
Cardi.
they gonna be pushing and you gonna lose a shoe, your
I
phone.
don't know how to act, bro.
Fucking vape gonna fall out your pocket.
Niggas act like they ain't never listened to some music like that loud. Like, come on, bro. You do you really have to push somebody? Like, we can all be sitting here jumping to this music. You don't have to push me, because then that's the whole pushing around. I'm gonna feel like somebody purposely did it, and I'm gonna want to fight. Like, you just don't need to do that. Like, but kind of getting into, bro, this is crazy. The IG model, Destiny, I think that's her name. I don't know what her real name is. Said on Instagram on her private close friends, she offered to pay the fines of any player who injures her latest NFL baby daddy, Eli Apple. And she also claimed that she has kids with Josh Jacobs and Geno Smith, but Josh Jacobs, I seen on the Instagram post, he called it cap. He was like, nah, bro, that's not my BM. Stop doing that.
She one of those.
But kind of one thing I want to ask you guys is, when you guys haven't, like, something hasn't worked out with someone that you thought you would spend time with, especially her, like she had a baby with him, afterwards, some of the things, do you think, obviously we don't know the background of the relationship, but how do you think it looks for somebody to come out and kind of do things like that? Do you think it's not right? It does make you look crazy as fuck that you're really telling niggas to hurt him like that. Like, that's crazy in itself. But
That's evil, man.
do you think that shows that she care about him, or you think obviously is pointing towards, but do you think that shows she cares about him a lot, or do you think she's just doing shit out of spite and really just on some, oh, I didn't get what I wanted and now I'm gonna ruin your whole life? Because the same shit you see all these other wild ass girls doing when they realize that the athlete that they're dealing with is an athlete, and it's gonna, the same way they got you, they're gonna get all these other girls.
Exactly.
What do y'all think about this? What do y'all I need to hear is, truthfully, I want to hear Skylar. What do you think about just this, how she's doing this? Can you
I think she's messy. I think she's real messy, and she probably needs therapy.
Yeah. I see this too many times with NFL players, maybe NFL, NBA. They get these women pregnant that they may have been with for a little bit of time, but they not with them for whatever reason. And these girls just get
They keep the baby for the money.
like, you getting on here exposing him, all of this, but like, this is the same guy you just had a baby with, that you was just happily posting these pictures of you posted up with him with this baby. Now it's
like and it said the latest baby daddy.
That's
like,
another
bro,
thing.
what the fuck? She did it
crazy.
to herself, bro.
It's crazy. Her latest NFL baby daddy is outrageous. That is outrageous.
So there's multiple.
Yeah.
And there's only one constant, her.
Oh God. One common denominator in it all, who is, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I think these type of things, when these wives start to do certain shit, it's like, what are you going to get out of it? Because at the end of the day, you're going to get the attention. You're going to be on all the sites, on those social media, whatever.
The publicity,
what?
like we're giving her right now on our podcast.
Literally, we need. It's no free.
We ain't shit for real, but
Oh God, We finna be.
The notification you read, that's exactly what she wanted.
Exactly.
Get her name out there.
It's crazy. I think it's like you do all of that, and then you still gonna have his baby. You're still gonna have to see him. You're still gonna live in the same house that he bought for you to stay in. So now what? Now you just making it worse for him not to want to mess with you no more. That's really all you're doing. And it's toxic as fuck.
Yeah.
It's extremely fucking toxic. And
aren't a lot of the players toxic too?
Oh, for sure.
For
sure.
That's what she did it to herself.
That's what I was saying.
These NFL players, come on, you
get
what
involved
you thinking?
with toxic people. I feel like sometimes that rubs off on you when you're in that relationship.
Oh, for sure. I think
nobody's born toxic.
For sure.
No, definitely not.
From somewhere.
Some people continue with it though, and sometimes I think you're like in a relationship and it rubs off in that relationship, and you get out and you're like,
yeah,
facts. I think a lot of people like to deny the fact that they like toxicity. Like they like to act like they don't like the toxicness, when in reality, a lot of the things they do scream toxic. And I think it's crazy because, I mean, everybody has a bit of toxic in them. I think it's the decision you can make on either doing it, like acting on that toxic thought or toxic feeling, and not that separates because I mean,
right.
You're going to have that thought. Like,
the toxic is like what he was saying earlier is very like generalized.
Yeah.
Like that could mean a lot of different things to different people.
You think when people like involve themselves with toxic relationships or like the toxic things that people do you think that can stem? I don't know if that's what you were just implying.
That wasn't what what I was implying, but I agree with what you're about to say.
It's from other things in life.
Yeah, especially like your parents.
For sure.
Like, and their relationship with each other and their relationship with you.
For sure. I agree.
You know, if a girl has daddy issues, she's probably going to be with toxic guys. Same thing with the guy. If he's got mommy issues, he's going to be with toxic women.
Have you ever experienced, not with yourself is one thing, but with other people that has kind of affected the relationship negatively or even positively? Like someone that has went against the grain of what you just said, like a person that has had a girl who's had daddy issues. Like, have you seen them take a different approach and not allow that to be the catalyst of the relationship and be the reason why they inherit those kind of toxic behaviors?
Personally, not that I can think of. I feel like all the people that have been in my life that have been toxic, whether it's a friend, you know, a partner, whatever, they've always had some kind of issue at home.
I agree. I've had my dealings. For a second, I used to think that, nah, I'm not toxic. Fuck that shit. I'm not toxic. But
what a toxic person would say.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm the level in which I base the toxicness. I'm really basing it with Nazir, because me and Nazir are kind of the same. We have the same birthday, and so on that basis, I don't think I'm not toxic. But I've been in relationships and past relationships where I felt like I wasn't, and then there were certain things that happened. I was like, oh, I like that. Like, yeah, that just kind of.
There's different
like,
levels.
What kind of things? Because there was a question that I wanted to ask you guys.
I think one of the biggest things is like, as much as at first or when I was growing up, I didn't like it. And please tell me if this is toxic.
Okay.
I like the.
What do you like? Go.
Oh shit! I like the like you being completely straightforward, like a girl being completely straightforward, and
that's not toxic.
That's the
opposite.
It's a way where like certain things where you wouldn't usually like do it. I don't know if it's like the making an audience. I don't like an audience to have it, but when like certain things
filter,
the no filter, but with having it where like if we sitting right here and my girlfriend was to say something, she says it and like it's something that she really shouldn't say in front of everybody, but she says it, and like I'm not like, oh my God, don't do that. I'm like, yeah, do that shit. Like, go ahead, do that shit. I don't know if that it's kind of corny for real, but like, it's
I don't
just.
feel like that's that toxic.
I mean,
There's levels to this shit, bro.
for sure.
See, because when I think toxicity, I think yelling. I think like abusive behavior. Like
Oh
people,
God, don't yell at me.
people who are like, my man hits me because he loves me.
That's a
like-
crazy fucking statement. Okay.
What's that shit called? Fucking Stockholm.
Stockholm syndrome.
You start loving your abuser.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shit's it's for real.
That's
But
Um,
that's a toxic cycle. But
I think a lot of things that I think are toxic, I think they're just things that like I wouldn't expect any other person to like be cool with. And even that thing that I just said, I'm not like all the time wanting to do that, but like certain things that happen, it'll happen and be like that kind of just ticked the nerve. That didn't make me mad. It kind of made me a little more enticed to continue to see if you're gonna do that for some reason. And so, well, it's honestly corny as fuck for real. But toxic. I think the whole toxic shit is like, bro, if you're just a bad person, you're a bad person. Like,
Yeah.
stop trying to put toxic to it. Like, if you got shit that you're doing, like, I think everybody could correct shit. Like, don't think, oh, this is just my toxic part of me. Like, okay, then change that shit.
work
Like,
on it.
yeah, nobody wants a toxic person. Nobody.
We're grown, and I don't want to play games with people anymore.
God.
I'm so tired of it. I'm not doing that anymore.
I ain't got no patience.
Oh
No,
God.
absolutely not.
Oh God. Like,
Absolutely not. If you want to play games, you can play games with someone else, but not me.
oh God. I just, it's the biggest part. And I think it's one of the things that I've kind of taken within relationships is I don't see the point in if you want to do something that you know wouldn't be appreciated in the exclusiveness of your relationship. I don't see a point in stepping away from the relationship and not like, bro, if I want to do something, like, I just won't be with you anymore and go do it.
Mhm.
I don't have to. I think it's a little selfish to go and do something like that and to think that somebody's supposed to accept that and still stay with you after that. Like, just go do what you want to do, bro. And it's going to look bad on your part when you try and justify you doing it while y'all together.
Wait, what are you referring to? What do you mean?
Just like, why don't I just break up with you to go do what I want to do instead of keeping you close to me and me doing that to then that affect you a lot more than it may have if we weren't together, if that makes sense.
Are you talking about cheating? Like if you want to be with somebody else?
Is not only just anything that would be taken as a form of disrespect in your relationship. If it relates to cheating, I think it's just in general. Like, I don't see the point in needing to string somebody along when in reality you don't want to string them along and you want the exact opposite. Like, it's just the realness part of it. Like, just be straight up, and if that's not something you want to continue, I think
I feel like you have to communicate.
of course the communication is key with that. I feel like if this is in your mind and you're feeling so strongly about it that your actions are now determined by that feeling, I don't see the point in stringing somebody along and just, how can you, like, if I'm being real with you, I tell you straight up, you tell me you want to do something, I look you in the face and say, Brandon, I don't want to do that, bro. I don't appreciate that. If you get mad at me, how could you get mad at me maybe just telling the truth? Like, I truly didn't want to do it. If it's a problem, then it's a problem. But oh my God. Skylar, you had a question earlier. We got too deep into that.
We kind of touched on things that kind of answer it, but I keep seeing all these posts on TikTok of, girls and guys talking about how to keep a guy around, you have to be a little toxic, or if you want a guy to stay with you or not cheat on you, you have to be a little toxic. And I don't want to be toxic. I don't understand that. So I wanted to get your opinion. I don't want to, yell at somebody or tell them they can't go out to a party. I want the person I'm with to be able to do whatever they want to do and me not have to, act like their parent. And I guess
facts.
that's my
Like
view.
micromanagement.
Toxicity, like controlling. Like, I don't want to have to do that. But some people, I guess, are attracted to that, or they like need that to feel wanted. I don't know. What do you guys think?
That's the people with fucking mommy and
With
daddy.
issues, right?
Facts.
Now that I said that out loud, yeah.
For sure. I think
For
that
sure.
that's definitely
I
a
don't want no crazy motherfucker.
yeah, God, like I don't
Right.
I think what you were just saying, like, I feel like that's extremely disrespectful. Like, why do we have to yell at somebody? Like, especially if it's something, and it's kind of myself that the reason I don't do certain things is just I know myself. I don't want nobody fucking yelling at me. So I'm not finna yell at nobody. Like, it's just because I don't even like my parents yelling at me. Like, why would I want some girl to just like, what? Like, that don't even make no sense. And the same thing, like, I feel like I feel like it's like a constant game that people like to play. Like
Cat and mouse game, back and forth and back and forth. And I don't like that.
Oh God, like I don't.
And a lot of that is, I feel like people get stuck in relationships and then it becomes toxic, and then they just so comfortable they don't want to move on
because they can't just leave each other alone. And that's the thing. It's like when you talk about how bad it is, but then you still stay in it. It's kind of like, bro, you're playing this game. Like, you must like this game if you continue to go back to it and continue to.
Or they have Stockholm syndrome.
That's stuff. I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard that before. Y'all, you said that earlier. I was like, fuck is Stockholm?
Yeah, no, that's like when when people get kidnapped, like girls get kidnapped and shit, and they can escape, but they won't. It's because they're so comfortable and
I saw an article about
they begin taken care of by the kidnapper, and
they like live with them type shit.
Yeah,
they think it's all right, pretty much.
They get kidnapped, and after a while, they get comfortable with it.
That's that fucking man preying on underage fucking people, brains not properly right. Got these people thinking that, oh, this will be okay. Niggas don't know, and then it's too late. By the time they've been assaulted or harassed so many times that this shit normal to them. Like,
then when they do, if they get saved, they're not the same person.
Yeah, and
it's like, oh shit, I did have all this. Like, that shit's sad for real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that happens in those relationships too.
Oh yeah,
abusive.
For sure.
You come out of it and you're like, who am I?
That's
especially
a crazy.
If you all about that person.
Yeah,
and then,
everything you did was with them.
Yeah,
you live
like,
with
okay,
them.
what am I gonna do if I do leave?
Right.
Sure. It's like that's part of your identity. You feel like you lost a part of yourself with people, and like that shit be happening for real. Whether it's a long relationship or a short relationship, whatever it is, I think.
Yeah. When you're getting manipulated.
Yeah, I think the manipulation part of it is where it's like, it's that game that like, I know I could play, but what am I going to get out of this? Like, I could do this back and forth game with you because let's do it. Like, let's play this game. But at the end of the day, after the dust settles, like, are you going to be okay with those decisions you made trying to do that back and forth? Like, I know that I wouldn't be okay with those decisions. And so knowing that I wouldn't be okay with it, I won't go down that path of being toxic because it's only going to make me feel like I was being somebody I wasn't. And I'm trying to be exactly who I say I am, and doing shit like that. Like, it basically just goes against everything that I speak about and shit like that. So I think that shit is crazy for real.
Yeah.
Facts. Another thing kind of staying on the toxic shit is kind of crazy. It's crazy that we just got into the toxic shit. It's kind of weird, but
there's a lot to talk about on that topic because it's so broad.
That ass. A lot of people love the toxic bullshit. I be seeing on Twitter too much. People be talking about, I love a toxic ass nigga. Like, for what?
Dead ass, bro.
For what? You want
extra stress.
You want to have a person that you aren't 100% sure they want to fuck with you? Like, what are you getting out of that?
I saw this video earlier. It was, I don't know if they were like play fight. They were arguing or something. There was this couple sitting in the back seat of the car. They were arguing whatever they was doing. And then at the end of them arguing, there's like, the girl said, all right, give me a kiss. And they just started kissing. I'm like, bro, like, that is not, like, me personally, I would not enjoy that. Yeah. Like, if we sitting there arguing and fighting in the back, and then you want to turn around and kiss me, like, flip it like that? Nah, bro.
No, we can't. That's not finna just go unnoticed. Like, we not finna just skip over that. That has to be talked about. We gotta come to an understanding. Because the argument, we can agree to disagree, but I think that's a big thing. I think that's what kind of is the beginning of toxic shit is you having fights and you not speaking about it. Because then that's going to be the premise of every other conversation afterwards. It's every time something comes up that you may not like and the other person doesn't see. Once you bring that up, oh, well, you remember back this, you remember when you did this, you remember when you did that, like bringing all those things. It's like
they can do that or go fuck around, cheat, go start talking to other people.
Exactly. And so
it's like, you don't talk about it, you don't squash it, you keep bringing it up in your head.
That's going to make somebody be spiteful.
Fuck that.
They're going to be spiteful as fuck, and they're going to want to do something out of spite that they ain't going to, oh, well, you didn't talk to me and we didn't speak on this. So
like,
I just
like the one bit putting the hit out.
Bro.
Then she going to pay the fine.
That is the craziest shit I've ever seen a girl do, bro.
That's a legal hit.
Literally, I seen
He's
it.
not finna die.
I was just talking about it.
Heard him and I got you.
Who was it, bro? Somebody had said she can go to jail for that, bro. Like just what you said, that's a hit.
I was about to say she put out a hit, bro.
That is fucking crazy.
You putting money for somebody to cause bodily harm. I bet you there's some fucking law about that.
Like, bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I never can imagine myself being so mad at a person that I would go to certain lengths to prove that they ain't shit.
That's crazy.
If I already know they ain't shit in my head, I don't need nobody else to tell me.
That's all I need.
I promise you, I don't need nobody else to tell me shit. Because just the simple fact that I don't think you shit is enough. Because I'm gonna really once I don't think you shit, the thought of you when it comes into my head, it's gonna make me laugh. Like the thought of me even getting pressed about somebody that is willing to do bullshit like that, like they're a joke, to be honest. And I don't need to involve myself with you.
Enough on toxicity.
Oh God. So y'all was tapped in on the show the Idol, right?
That stupid ass shit. Man.
It's so stupid.
The show with it was Johnny Depp's daughter, you said, and then
Lily Rose Depp,
and then the Weeknd. I'm not gonna lie, the Weeknd, he used to kind of. I mean, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. He's kind of like in the shadows type shit, not really in the mix for real.
Mysterious.
He
do
just like crazy,
just like how he was in the fucking in the show.
Yeah. I didn't think he was really to see him do this show. When I seen it first coming out, I was like, oh shit, like okay, he kind of getting more out there, kind of put himself out there, and he showed a different part of himself that it's just funny. Yeah, a lot of people like the toxic shit he used to do in the show. A lot of people feel like it was like a part of himself because in his music, he's on a lot of that. Yeah, that shit, like the toxic, like relationship
he acted
type vibe.
It too well.
I was about to say, he had to say in the script and what he had to say and shit. Yeah. I know it.
And
wasn't he part of the like production for it? Yeah, I thought that was like his show.
Yeah. He was. So there was a statement. They actually ended up canceling the show after the first season, and they didn't even
finish the first season.
They didn't?
Nah, bro. There was one more episode, and they canceled that shit.
It was trash anyway.
I was about to say I wasn't tuned in anyway. I only watched it because Julia wanted to watch it.
Yeah. Damn.
She was a waste of time.
They didn't even finish the season. I thought they. Damn.
The first episode was enough for me. So.
About 85% of the show was somebody having sex or somebody naked. And it's like, Sam Levinson wrote Euphoria, but that wasn't the whole show.
Oh God.
There's actual shit going on behind the scenes.
Right. It's not just sex every scene.
Sex, drugs, and them arguing. It should have been the toxic show. That's what it should have been. Not the fucking Idol.
Yeah, there was a statement on the canceling of The Idol. It says The Idol was one of HBO's most provocative originals, and we're pleased by the strong audience response. After much thought and consideration, HBO, as well as the creators and producers, have decided not to move forward with the second season.
It's just too sexual and misogynistic.
It's weird
in every way.
It's really weird. I was like laughing.
You tell no women was involved in the writing of the script and anything.
No, it was.
I do remember when it was coming out, they were saying that like a lot of the people on it was feeling some type of way about how the shit was going because of what y'all saying. And I'm not gonna lie, I seen a few previews of it and shit. And to be honest with you, Euphoria, I was kind of little it took me a little. I still haven't really watched all of it, but I've kind of been in little bits of episodes. But I'm not really. It's something about a show having too much sex scenes that kind of like takes away me really wanting to like the show. Like, I'm not trying to watch this show and feel uncomfortable that these people.
That was the Idol.
Like, what's the plot? It's just sex. It's just like soft.
Euphoria actual had like stories and actual drama and shit built in that wasn't sex.
Yeah, and
so that's why when the Idol came out, it had hype. Cause it's like, oh, Sam Levinson. Like,
it looked like a good. It looked like a good little plot they was coming.
Yeah,
out
yeah.
It's just Lily Rose Depp's boobs, like majority of the time,
or her wearing some mini skirt and they zoomed in on her ass. Like, bro, nobody want to see that.
Oh God, like, and that's the
not
thing.
The entire damn show.
I feel like part of that shit, and it's kind of fucked up. But like someone like myself or somebody that's first watched that show, they know The Weeknd, but first getting introduced to Johnny Depp's daughter, like to have that, like for me to, I see her on somewhere. Oh, she was on the Idol looking a fool, like doing all that wild shit. Oh yeah, that's her. Like, no, I don't want to. Like, I think I know she probably got the bag, but like,
I hope. Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, them fucking.
The biggest question I can ask y'all. Y'all think any amount of money can make y'all do something that y'all wouldn't do for free? Like, what amount of money?
That's not a specific enough question.
You mean to like act like her, to just be like full nude out there on an HBO show?
I mean, you can get the bag for real, but like,
I mean, for that,
is making some money worth you doing something that you?
If it's the Idol, absolutely not. No amount of money.
I'm not gonna lie. Personally,
can have The Weeknd being like creepy on my shoulder with.
I'm not gonna be in her.
I'm saying if I put myself in her shoes, you can't pay me to do that. Like The Weeknd, like creeping over my shoulder. Like, I'm gonna have nightmares.
Cool. God, I'm cool, bitch. I think doing shit like that out of money is just like, at the end of the day, if you cool with that, if that's gonna sit in your conscience and not affect you, I get it. But like, why?
How much money are we talking?
That's what I'm saying. If it's a bag,
I'm gonna just throw out a small number and we're gonna go up from here. 100,000. What y'all think about 100,000?
No,
you're not doing
please.
They got paid way more.
Yeah, bro. That's a scene. 100,000 a scene.
What you thinking? What's a million? Few million? I need, no cap, 5 episodes. I need nothing less than $1 million. On God. Probably nothing less than 5 million an episode. On God.
Better than me. I would have said about 7.
5 million an episode? That's a crazy price, but
now there's some Paul shit before I say it. But if I was in her shoes, I'm gonna need like 7. If I'm gonna be treated how The Weeknd treated her.
No, I'm gonna need 10.
10? I was gonna say 10, but I didn't want to be crazy.
There were scenes that weren't even funny that I was laughing at just because, like, the acting and like her butt's out and like the stuff she's saying and the face that she's making in the camera. I'm like, this is embarrassing a little bit.
Yeah, that shit is.
And then, I don't know. I've never seen if she was in anything before the Idol.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
But I don't know if that ruined her image.
If she was, I don't know.
I don't know if she was already doing movies like that, but wasn't a good look.
At all. That shit's low key embarrassing, man. Like,
and the show got canceled, bro.
I was just about to say, like, imagine
it's like I did all this and the show is canceled. Like,
now niggas not even gonna see it again. Ain't even coming for a season 2. Just did all this shit thinking niggas gonna get renewed.
Yeah, I would have been tight. She probably signed some NDAs or some shit. Because I actually watched, me and Julie were watching that, how Sam was getting hate for making the show. And she would be there like every time, like, oh no, he's a great guy, this and that. Because I think they said some actors voiced displeasure in the workplace or something like that.
From the guy who made Euphoria?
Yeah, she's sitting right next to him and they ask her the question. And she's like, oh no, he's a good dude. Like, everybody respects him, this and that. It's like, you know, she don't mean that.
He's a pervert.
Oh, I believe it.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people in Hollywood are messed up.
Oh, for sure. Oh,
all the shit that's coming out now.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. That
shit been
I'm glad you talking about that shit with I'm gonna show y'all this picture, and I'm gonna have
Oh my
actually send them the picture so they can put it up so they can see this bullshit that I'm about to show y'all, because this shit is outrageous. So Doja Cat been on her. I'm gonna just show y'all this picture. This picture, y'all,
Her devil.
just to kind of explain it.
Tripping.
She is posted up in a goddamn sitting on top of a chair.
What's
on
with
her
all the
demon shit, bro?
devil stuff going around? They had Lil Nas X with the shoes with like the real human
shit
blood
big
in them. Did you hear about
I
this?
heard about that a couple years. Was it a year or two ago?
That was a little while ago, and now stuff like this. I'm like, what's
Bro,
with
she
all
looked
the-
like Satan.
Literally.
Yes.
What the fuck?
And she's been doing it as of recent. I have this.
Oh,
God, bro. I'm about
hell.
to.
So there's more than one. This isn't just like a shoot that she did.
Nah, she did
I've
nothing.
been dropping music videos and
I was
shit.
about to say that. I forget the name of the video, but
Okay.
red in the.
Yeah, this was for a music video. I'm about to show you this shit right now.
She on demon time for
Oh
real.
God, like what are you doing?
I mean, music has been. They've been talking about demons and
Recently,
selling their
Dude,
soul
I
for this shit.
sent him a TikTok a while ago
The
about
TikToks
them
I sent
raving about
Skylar.
demons. Like
I think. What you talking
I
about,
might have seen it.
bro?
I showed Julia too.
You know, Yee all the time. What he said.
Yeah. He
Devil
just got
called
off
my
that
phone.
Oh, God,
He told me
get
how to
off the
get
phone.
rich.
Just got off the phone with Demon. He told me to something like I be singing a song, bro, and I be into the song, and I hear that devil call me on my phone. I'm like, fuck.
It's like every song.
I'm singing it. I part of myself feel like I can't even sing it, but then it's like, bro, what the fuck
the
I'm doing?
chorus
Like,
is
I
like
didn't-
demons, demons, demons.
I'm not on this bullshit. Like I know I'm not on this time.
Like
I don't give a
Yeat's
fuck.
fucking signature ad lib is. It sounds like the devil screaming.
That ass,
Yeah,
bro.
why-
There's this.
I don't know what's going on with all like
I'm
the
not fucking with it.
Satan
I can't get
symbolism.
behind
Like the last 10 years, it's been.
I cannot get behind that shit, bro. No
That's what I
cap.
was talking
Well,
about
you
with
know,
like
like
Lil
the-
Nas X and his shoes, the Satan shoes that were such a
that's
big
crazy.
controversy.
When did Satan become such a phenom? Like
Maybe all the people in Hollywood are worshiping Satan.
I'm not gonna lie. I can't grasp the like, what is that? The demonic shit.
Like, what's the appeal?
yeah, what do you,
I guess it's cool.
cause all you just gonna have is niggas talking crazy,
trendy.
bro. Look at this video, bro. This video is the craziest shit ever, bro. Look at this shit. It's the Doja Cat is on full tweak mode, bro. She's,
That
She-
doesn't even
she
look
sold her
like
soul.
her.
oh God, it doesn't look like her. Look at this,
Sold her soul. I'm convinced.
bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like the type of person, if you have your preference on what you like fuck with, what you don't, but it's
Bro.
you seen it? Bro. I can't get behind this shit, bro. This shit's weird as fuck, dude. This shit's so fucking weird, bro. This shit's weird as hell. And like this shit, look at her long ass forehead. Big
We were talking about her on the last episode. And we
Yeah.
were talking about how she was saying that she hates her fans and now she's posting like demonic things. It's really interesting.
Niggas just look dumb, bro. That's really what it is. And it's I think it's the biggest thing is like Doja Cat was one of the people, and this is really the biggest reason why I with her I feel like some type of way about it is her following is a lot of like younger girls kind of growing up,
Yeah.
women and stuff like that, and it's like it goes into so many other things that like you're pushing this image onto these kids, bro, and like these kids, like we were saying with the Stockholm, that you being so young that you're able to like trick somebody into thinking something's okay that is not because their brain isn't fully developed. Like a kid see this shit, bro, like they gonna look at this shit and think,
That's what I'm saying.
I don't think this shit cool, bro. And it's like
All the
putting a
popular
bad image.
artists, who you think listening to them? It's younger kids, like,
Exactly.
or like the occasional grown adults, but still, it's mostly our age group and under.
Exactly. And if my mom would have seen me listen, like a person I was listening to, seen this shit, oh God, my mom not letting me, like, we're not listening to this. Anytime her name gets brought up is because this shit is outrageous. I'm not gonna lie.
Wearing an upside down cross.
Like Cardi be on that shit, and Cardi need to get off that, bro. I'm not really fucking with that. That's
Bro, Cardi, all them
yeah, bro.
destroy Ken.
I fuck with them. Get off that, bro. Like keep that over there. That's kind of weird. But yeah, one little crazy thing, kind of staying in the whole. We're talking about the idol and stuff. Brandon, you probably know about this. Skylar, I'm not sure if you're too familiar with the movie The Blind Side.
I know that movie.
So
This movie.
the real life Michael Orr, the subject of The Blind Side, says the Tui family was the family that adopted him in the movie.
Right.
Says the Tui family took him in and falsely represented themselves as his adopted parents while cheating him out of money. Now the family says they're willing to end their conservatorship.
I was about to say, I heard it was a conservatorship.
That's the same shit that Britney Spears was on.
Right.
And so, bro, I'm not going
Crazy, bro. That's crazy.
That's
Because I love that movie. I was like, bro, they took my brother in,
Oh,
like,
God,
they got
really?
him right, and then learn about what actually happened.
yeah, bro.
But it's crazy he still made it to the NFL.
I remember when I was younger, that was a movie that used to get put on, and I would never get tired of it. Like, this, The Blind Side come, I'm finna tap in Sandra Bullock. Shout out her. She used to snap. And then hearing this, bro, I remember when it first came out and like seeing him actually in an NFL, I was like, oh, I gotta look for him. I gotta find him in here, like, because it was cool that a movie I watched, he's actually in the NFL, and to hear this shit that it was a conservatorship, no cap, bro, it makes me feel like, damn, like my childhood was a lie, bitch. Like, these niggas lying to me, bro. Like, I was really invested in this movie.
Bro, when I heard about that, the notification popped up on my phone. I looked at it, I was like, are you serious?
Oh God.
I was like, nah, bro.
Bro, that shit is crazy, bro.
And it's crazy that it's still like they just about to end it. Like it's not like
so if this shit would have
this
never
happened 2 years ago and they ended it. Bro, he's been under that since what? College?
Nah, bro, since high school. Cause he was
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I don't know exactly what year he was in.
that movie, when did that movie come out? 2008?
I think 8 or 10, something like that.
It's been like 15, 20 years.
That's an old movie. I want to say
it's been a minute.
Oh wait, like
So
7, like early.
was they getting his game checks? Because a conservatorship, bro, they in charge of all the money, everything.
Fact.
They not allowed. They make all the decisions for him.
You just said the shit, bro. Nah, I don't. Hopefully,
That's crazy.
That I'm telling you, like
If
I just said,
that's true. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
because that was they was doing to Britney Spears, bro. I was looking up some shit after I seen the whole conservative shit. Actually, another topic I had that was Britney Spears and her husband had like filed for divorce. They were together for a little minute. She met her on one of her music video shows. But bro, they were saying
the backup dance.
yeah, bro, they were saying with the same conservatorship with hers, she had this thing, bro. I don't know what it's called. I'm about to look it up, but it's this device that they put in you that you're not allowed to have children. Like not allowed, but you can't have children. It's just like it looks like kind of like a hook. I don't know what it is, but they put in your whatever area, and it causes you can't have children because
What the
of it.
hell?
And they got it. She had got it removed after like being with him and ending her conservatorship while they were together. But
Wait, what is that?
It's-
'Cause I'm a woman. I've never.
I was about to say
hold on a second.
a fucking hook.
Oh,
It's not, bro. It's not exactly a hook. Come on, y'all. Y'all twirl it.
like a fishing hook.
You twirl it. It's not a.
Hooked on all the babies so they can't escape.
It's what? Oh my god! Oh my god! That was a wild joke. This shit, bro. I don't remember the exact name of it.
It's an IUD.
IUD. That's his, bro.
I have an IUD. I can still have kids if I want to.
Are you dead ass? Did I just say some false information?
I'm dead ass. Yeah, it's literally it's a form of birth control.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at the
That's why I was
intrauterine device.
Yeah.
I'm tripping, y'all. My fault. I'm tweaking. I thought that shit was because I was reading it and she said she tried to have children and she couldn't have the children because of that shit. And I'm like, hold on, they got a lock on her like that? Like,
Yeah, no, you can have it for a while. Like I won't have to get it removed till I'm 30. But if I want to have kids in between now and then, I can. So like if she wanted to have kids and she got it removed.
that's some shit, bro.
Yeah.
I've been on that shit.
That conservative shit, bro, is the wildest shit ever.
She infertile.
I get the conservative shit if like you're like you're not in the correct mental capacity or like you had a freak accident that you can't make those decisions, but like, bro, just because you were a child like star and That's crazy.
I'm just confused what conditions you have to meet to file for conservativeship.
Exactly, because he wasn't like he wasn't.
He was homeless and this and that, but he's still a kid. Why you need to sign adopt them, bitch?
I think what happened.
They want the money.
In I may be wrong, but I think because of the age he was at, I don't think you can adopt somebody past 18. If I'm not mistaken, 18. I'm not sure, but because of that, I think that's why they had to go the route of conservatorship. I'm about to look up the exact.
You can adopt an adult.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure you can adopt an adult.
They found some loophole.
Adoption.
Probably told him one thing, had him sign the shit, and it was conservativeship.
Speaking of Britney Spears and the conservativeship or whatever it's called,
it's a hard word.
I don't think that she's alive. Like I think she's dead.
Oh yeah, nah. There's a lot of
Britney Spears.
She on her clone shit?
I think that
there's just
her clone shit is crazy.
AI.
You think she AI game?
Too many. Have you seen her spinning on?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. It took me one time to see that
shit about her.
It took me one time to see that shit, and oh god, bro, I tried not to laugh, but I was like, yeah, she's on something, bro.
You've seen the spinning and the dance.
Fully invested, looking in the camera like she's in front of thousands of people dancing in front of. I'm like,
she's like belly dancing, and then she's like spinning in like so many circles. Like you would get dizzy doing that, and then
it says that no states have an upper age limit for adoptive parents. Like, so as long as you're physically stable enough to care for a child, you can adopt from a government agency. The cutoff, some private agencies, however, put a cutoff age at the age of 40. I think.
Okay.
I'm gonna be. I just read that. It's the oldest age you can adopt. It says here what age is child legally available to be adopted in the United States. In general, a child must be between the ages of birth to 18 years and 18 years and be legally free to be adopted. So
interesting.
I think maybe 18, but personally, I think that's what they was trying to say. Like, oh, he wasn't the process. I think because if I'm not mistaken, don't you have to like be? You can't just like the situation in the movie how he was with his family. His family's dynamic was kind of a little messed up, so he went to live with them because he was on his homeless shit. Don't the parents have to kind of sign off on it? Or, I mean, I wouldn't say you have to, because if you're a newborn and you get adopted, there's still the parents that birthed you still have to like sign off on you being able to
once you're over the age of 18, though, I don't think you have to. If you're like emancipated, you could be like 16, but you're emancipated and you can be adopted by someone else.
Yeah, because my dad, he legally adopted me and Edward. So that's why my name changed to Davis. And I was, high school?
He was like 16, 17?
I think 16. Yeah, it was just, and they had to get permission from my actual father.
Yeah, see, so that's what I'm saying.
The court reached out, couldn't get a hold of him.
They didn't answer.
Yeah.
So if
that happens, they can do it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Damn. That makes a lot of sense.
They have to come to court, do the whole hoorah.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10.
I've seen, honestly, bro, that's fucking crazy. Like, I think it kind of goes into the point, like, damn, was y'all was just trying to milk this dude for the money?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Fuck, like
he's still under that conservatorship. They saw all the money that came.
They definitely trying to end that bit, because, bro, it was saying that it wasn't just the parents who was making the money, bro. It was the daughter and the son. In the movie, but all four, the entire family was making money off this shit, bro. In the movie, the son was making residuals off that shit. I don't think Michael Orr was making no money off that, bro.
Off the movie?
Nothing, bro. Because he's in the conservative shit. He can't do shit. And so now it's one of those things that I think the whole conservatorship like thing should definitely be relooked at. Because a lot of shit that shit crazy. Like, I don't see how you can do that to a person that can show that they're in the right capacity to make their own decisions. That's where it kind of goes crazy.
I don't think they go through that process, though. Like, it's more like they're in this situation, basically their parent or in control.
They have their best interest type shit?
I can make the decision better than they can, pretty much.
type shit. So this next one, bro, this shit is crazy as fuck. We were talking about this earlier. An Ohio teenager dubbed Hell on Wheels was convicted of intentionally crashing her car at 100 miles per hour into a building, killing her boyfriend and his friend. And she was sentenced to 2 concurrent 15 years to life sentences. I'm not gonna cap, bro. I was at work when I found this topic, bro, and was talking about it. This shit goes right back into that toxic shit, bro. Because I was reading this shit.
I saw the video,
bro. Oh
it's
my fucking
insane.
goodness, that shit. 100 miles per hour, and the people after doing the diagnostics that they do on the cars and shit when accidents happen like that, there showed no signs of her pushing on the brake or even letting up on the fucking gas pedal, bro.
How did she survive? But
That's
they
the part of it.
died.
That's the part of it that
She got fucked up bad though. Like she was in the hospital for months. I think she was in a coma or some shit. It's just so happened that she survived.
bro. I think
she had like multiple surgeries.
That's crazy.
And it's crazy. It was saying that like this shit happened in like a couple months later. And I was actually talking with this older guy that I work with. He was kind of saying that she was under the influence. She was high, and they said that she was on shrooms. And I was telling, like me and the guy were talking about it. He was like, yeah, she wasn't in the correct mind state to do it. I was like, it's hard for me to, because it said that she had made this comment before, like threatened her to do this same shit one time before. And like,
With the two guys that died?
no, just the boyfriend. Like the boyfriend in the car, and the boyfriend's on the phone with one of his friends, and the friend said that he heard her say, I'll crash this bitch right now. And like, so I was telling him, he's like, oh, she wasn't in the right mindset. I was like, it's hard for me to accept that she wasn't in the right mindset because of whatever drugs or whatever. When you don't say something, you don't make a comment like that if you're not really willing to do certain shit like that. Especially if you utter that. It gives me the impression you've thought about that before and you've wanted to do it. You've gotten that mad to do it. And bro, it's crazy. Like,
yeah, I seen the video for it the other day, but I didn't realize this happened like 2 years ago. It was just a trial.
Oh, see, I didn't know
Finally happened.
But that makes sense because I saw videos of her and I was like, how is she perfectly healed?
Yeah.
That's
because I was watching her in the courtroom and they were like reading, like the lawyers were going back and forth reading the statements, and they had showed a picture of her. Like obviously she had makeup on and everything. They showed a picture of her with her boyfriend, and then they showed her no makeup on. She's still in jail waiting the hearing. And I'm like, bro, this looks like a complete different person. And then it said it happened in 2021.
That's crazy. I seen actually, I think it was last night. I was on TikTok, and it's so crazy the shit got brought up. It showed a video of her like before the sentencing. You see her sitting there. She happy as hell. Like, look like ain't shit going on. We sitting here. It was the people they were talking. It was like the deliberation part of it. You see her all smiley and shit, and then it shows when they said the verdict.
What was the verdict? Do you remember?
She was guilty of murder.
Oh, she got, bro, it's 4 counts. I'm about to read this shit to you right now.
I'm curious what her charges were.
Because I guarantee the lawyer was saying she going to get manslaughter or something. No, they slapped her with murder charges.
Oh, God. Big murder charges. That's where her dumb ass get.
She got life.
That's exactly where her stupid ass get. Like, damn, you got to crash this. And then the fucked up part is damn the friend in here. Like, what the friend had to do with this shit?
Right. And you've seen the video. It happened so fast. It's not like they could have just jumped out of the car or something.
Bro, and the fucked up thing is, this girl, you see where she ran into, bro? And it ran into a brick wall, bro. That shit looked like, oh my God, bro. That shit looked horrible, bro. Like, looking at it.
Front of the car.
I'm about to read what it said. She was found guilty on 4 counts, each of murder and felonious assault, 2 counts of aggravated vehicular homicide, 1 count of drug possession, and 1 count of possessing criminal tools. The criminal tools part is the part where it's kind of like, what's considered a criminal tool other than like a gun, a knife?
Well, I feel like
brass
that would be a weapon. A tool, maybe something. I don't even know.
Oh, could.
That's how she killed them.
But like
I don't know.
possess. I mean, I guess.
I guess I don't know. And I was a criminology
Be having too many damn.
semester. I should know this.
Right.
I don't.
I took a few criminology type classes before.
That's what I went to FSU for. So I learned about some of this. So like vehicular homicide, all those things made sense, but I've never heard criminal tools.
Yeah, bro. It says, and the other thing I was talking about with the one person I was talking to at work, it was like being a person that's like experienced doing those drugs in a safe manner. I don't see how that can cause you to like act on shit like that. Like,
Oh no.
How much shrooms was she doing?
and
That
I mean,
is
that's
a factor. I mean,
but if
not saying that what she did is okay, but just saying it's a factor in like her mental state.
And-
like obviously, if you're off 6 grams of shrooms,
She was
you're
probably
off
already
100
crazy.
no, she
Right.
was
Like
crazy.
them one of them crazy bitches.
Bro,
For sure. Like what we were talking about, the toxic ones. Toxic, saying that she's gonna crash
Yeah, like come on, bro.
crash the car, and well, she actually did it.
that's the craziest thing is why the fuck are you behind the wheel if you like that?
Yeah,
Like
going 100. Like, bro.
at 5:00 in the morning, you don't think nobody's gonna see that shit? You think just
Into
because
a
niggas
brick
aren't
wall, it's obviously intentional.
Oh, God, like it says, bro, the fucked up thing that was crazy is like I was reading this and it was saying how there was instances where she came to his house talking crazy, like, oh, I'm gonna do this, come outside, you need to talk. And then a GoFundMe was set up and she's on there like talking about him, bro. Like, oh, like I'm so sad this happened. Like I wish you were here.
You're sad that you
And-
killed him.
Exactly.
Bro,
Like,
yeah, I need to watch her in the courtroom, bro. She's sitting there sobbing.
Man, when they
while
said the
they were
verdict,
reading the whole thing.
that's what this picture just was.
And they gave her a chance to say something.
Yep.
And I'm sitting here thinking, oh, like she looks sorry, like, oh, she gonna make this heartfelt apology.
No,
She
said
was
some
like-
bullshit.
She said, I'm sorry this happened to your sons, like to both the families. And then what'd she say? She was like, I never meant for any of this to happen, blah, blah, blah. And thank you. I was like, bro,
What did you?
if you was really sad,
What did you intend? Like, what did you think was gonna happen?
like it was some bullshit apology.
Drive
Your
into a
lawyer
brick
could have helped
wall
you at least.
at 100 miles per hour. What do you think's going to happen?
Literally. And
She probably thought she was finna die too.
that's
The whole time.
that's what I think is the most fucked up about it.
It's her
Is-
karma that she didn't die.
Oh, for sure it
Has to
is.
stick this out.
That's
I
the
think
easy way out.
It's crazy that like this is happening, and like what I was saying earlier, a couple months after she's going out, she's hanging out with friends, and it was seen like she went out. And I get you kind of, because this is one of the things the guy had told me. He's like, well, you know, going through certain things like that, he kind of expressed to me some of the things he went through, and he was like, when I went through this at this age, I didn't want to talk to nobody. I wanted to stay in the house. And my friends, my mom made my friends come and pull me out of the house. They told me, you're not going to sit in your sorrow. You're going to come out. And so that part, I get it. But then it goes back to like, bro, like you just fucking killed your boyfriend and another dude in there. And you're like,
And they were saying he had just
She
moved
was
to that
out
area.
partying.
I don't know if she was out partying with them or what, but it said that it was like late at night type shit. And they was driving back from wherever they was arguing. And I guess she just said,
I'm telling you, I need to watch. Just look at it on YouTube. I think it's the Law and Crime Network or whatever. They posted the whole trial, and it was saying, like, they had her mom come up, and all the instances you're talking about, like her going out and do this. She was like, "Oh, I called her friends, begged her to come out the house, like
yeah.
this, and that." Like that's what she opened with. So
I seen the,
Like she was
I think
sitting
it was
there
the
crying.
mom, either the mom or like one of the lawyers for the girl. They tried to like the friend that was added into it, they kind of made it seem like, oh, like he wasn't supposed to be there. Like it's not, they didn't say this
That's
exactly, but like
messed
it's
up.
unfortunate that he was there, and then the judge is like, so you're meaning his life ain't mean shit? Like he was still a life his life was still lost in this. Just because he was the friend and it wasn't the boyfriend that you were with, like, you still killed another person that had nothing to do with y'all shit going on. And that shit crazy as fuck, bro. That honestly, it's sad. Like, as sad as I am for her, like, she's gonna spend the rest of her life in jail. Maybe don't let your emotions get the best of you.
Yeah.
I think that she deserves it.
Yeah. Don't crash into a wall going 100 miles per hour.
It's funny y'all saying that, because I think the first video that I watched that I learned about this, it was her in the courtroom crying, like, all these accusations. I was like, nah, bro, like, I feel bad for her. Like, she probably ain't do this. And then I started learning all the details. I was like,
oh, this bitch ain't shit.
one, this bitch is either crazy.
She definitely was crazy.
The way you felt originally is why she was crying, because there's people like
Oh yeah,
manipulating
Who's
bullshit.
telling me, because I was like, damn. I was like, I don't know the whole story. Like, what's going on? And all the details came. I was like, ooh.
Relationships like that, like where you were saying the other, like, the abusive things, like taking things to this extent. The biggest thing that I really want to know is, what did you think doing this was going to prove? Did you think that your boyfriend that y'all were already arguing with, did you think crashing into a wall was going to fix y'all relationship? Was it going to make it better? Was it going to fix whatever problem y'all were arguing with to begin with?
maybe she was hoping they would die, and the guy in the back is just collateral. Like collateral.
Well, then that makes her sound even worse.
Bitch is crazy.
No cap.
That performance she put on.
She put on a great performance. No cap. But going into kind of some music, we can get into some music stuff and then kind of get into some sports and shit. Skylar, you're more than welcome to speak on sports. I know you've been more into kind of watching sports and stuff like that. But with the music stuff, A$AP Rocky and Rihanna welcomed their second child.
Amazing.
I'm not gonna lie, I love that for them.
They have really cute kids.
Yeah. Their son, yeah.
I mean,
that is a cute ass baby. Okay.
Yeah.
they got good genes.
They're rich.
God, they got
They
fantastic genes.
richest, bro. These damn
Their
kids,
mom is a billionaire.
They be born
dad is a
millionaires before they even take a step.
She was posted up on when Louis Vuitton, when Pharrell was doing his little thing in London. Bro, she was the head like marketing campaign for it. She was on all of this shit with her baby bump. Crazy. And it's kind of funny. I seen this shit the other day. And it's not really the same, but I'll ask y'all. They was like, damn, they're praising Rihanna for being outside showing her baby bump, but Krishan Rock, she having a baby with Blueface, like, they be making fun of her, they be clowning her for her being outside with it,
Man.
with her.
I kind of feel bad for Chris.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel bad.
I'm not gonna say fuck her, but fuck her, bro. You comparing her to Rihanna?
No, you can't. You can't.
Come on.
compare her to
God.
Rihanna.
Oh God, I'm not gonna lie.
That's ridiculous. Of course she getting clowned. Look how she act on TV.
She's got Stockholm syndrome real bad.
She is
Yeah,
delusional.
bro. I was seeing
She's
some of the
mentally ill.
clips from like they little show they got going on. My nigga, bro. I have never seen a guy disrespect a woman.
Yes, that's what
So much.
fluently. Like he was fucking. You not shit. You not a not shit ass bitch. You ain't did shit because of me. And bro, like,
they
and
be
then
going back and
the
forth.
worst part is she's just sitting there, bro. She's just, like, no, I'm not. Don't call me that. What do you mean? That's not me. And it's like, bitch, if you don't stand up for yourself, what are you doing? Like,
I wonder what it's like behind closed doors, because in those toxic relationships, there's always the good parts and the bad parts. So there's some reason why she's clinging on. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, the reason I really
The
want to think,
sex?
I was just
That's
about to
the
say
only
that.
thing
was
I
gonna
can
say,
honestly.
yeah, bro.
probably.
Nah, what I was gonna say was for sure gonna be paused, but
I could see it being this sex, but there has to be like a little more.
it's for sure. Personally, I'm not gonna lie.
I think that's
can't
the
think, I
only
was gonna say,
fucking
I
reason.
can't really think of anything.
Especially for him too.
Oh God, because like,
You can get any of these other bitches, but you still with her.
I've
Bro.
seen videos of them where they're not like arguing and stuff like that, and it actually seems like just
No.
I've
See,
seen
that's
too many
no.
things where she's like he's chilling, bro. I seen this one interview, bro. He's chilling, chopping it up, and she is over here wilding, like causing a scene.
Was it
which one you're talking
no
about.
jumper one?
Yeah.
Was it she
Yes.
broke the TV?
Yeah, bro.
I'm
Okay,
walking at
yeah,
you,
I don't,
get
I
angry,
don't
she
feel
said
bad
they're
for
drinking
her
and
in that
more
scenario.
like you getting drunk.
Yeah,
like
that's
that?
terrible.
Don't put
So
that
you already angry and you taking shots.
on God.
I retract my statement
Yeah,
But
about feeling bad. I guess I don't feel bad when you put yourself in that scenario that many
thing.
times.
That's
And
her brand. It's a ratchet bitch.
It's really toxic. But now he kind of like needs her because he's falling off, and I feel like people only want to watch their drama now.
I don't think.
He's trash. Also,
He's been garbage since day one.
I think
since his SoundCloud rapper, he's been trash.
since that first joint. What's the one shit called?
Tatiana.
Like
Even that shit is fucking garbage.
I've seen him live. Like it was like 2018. He was a SoundCloud rapper. He wasn't trending at all, and it was terrible. It was literally trash.
I do think a part of his like image now is definitely tied to her, but I think another thing with her, she's only gonna be popping when she's in the news doing some bullshit.
Right.
And so I think it's like
That's her brand.
Yeah, and that's
that's kind of like Cardi B a little bit, less toxic, like her and Offset, but like they also have that like.
I think
really like
if I have to be honest with you, I think Cardi B was like that at the beginning. Like before she met Quavo, Offset,
they're less messy now, but they're still kind of messy. Like, do you see the song they just put out?
Was a stripper.
That's why I'm saying like she
right
stripping bitch
on that. She's
was
like
it from Bronx
before Krishan really went this way, and so I just think
she is a hood stripping.
Yeah,
Latina.
Oh gosh, she be wilding, bro. And it's with Cardi B, she understood, bro. Like it got to a certain point where she was so big that like you can't be on that same shit, bro. Like get off that. She had that Bodak Yellow song. When that song went up, you can't continue to still act like the stripper that you were, because the stripper didn't have all these people eyes on you like they did now. I mean, obviously the difference that
all these brand deals, all these
like
everybody
you
reaching
really
out,
backing you, and like they didn't back you because of this stripper, wild shit you was doing on these TV shows
from WAP.
Like fuck, like nobody want to see that shit. Like the girl, I mean, let me stand corrected. They do want to see.
I was about to say
her ass is popular. Ass in the media is like a big thing. Like Ice Spice, I don't think she'd be as famous if her ass wasn't. So big.
That's another thing. I don't like that.
Why she famous?
I don't like that they like female rappers or whatever the case may be. I don't like that. That's the stigma. Like you gotta have the fat ass.
Or you need a BBL.
You can thank Nicki Minaj.
I mean, that is true, but she really set the tone for these bitches for real. Shout out.
That's what I'm saying.
But like
every female rapper that ever come out wants to be Nicki Minaj.
Not even just that. Like the girls, like we were talking about influencing people. Like the girls that watch this growing up are like, oh my god, if they don't have an ass, they're like, they're seeing everybody.
That has a negative impact on the youth. That is because niggas. That is the point of what niggas are doing this shit for, to inspire the youth to grow.
They called an influencer.
And you're doing these things. It's like, can you blame the little girl that's in school and see this shit every day? See these the only girl rappers that they can relate to are only talking about them scamming niggas out of shit. Like I think it's that stigma. Like why can't you have a girl rapper that really just rap, bro? Like why you
that shit don't sell, man.
I mean, it don't sell, but like if your shit hard, that shit gonna sell.
I mean, see, that's how it was with Nicki, but
because Nicki Minaj, she really be fucking snapping. There's not a other rapper other than, I'm not gonna cap, Lotto. She be snapping.
Wait, I have something to say. Because you said that you think it's bad that they talk about scamming guys, right? But what about like guys rapping? Because that's way worse. The stuff that guys rap about women is way worse.
This shit is cool.
That's outrageous.
It's way worse.
Shit is cool. You talking about you doing this and this to a girl, like, whoa.
Like the girls are rapping usually about like getting back at the guy who's doing those things. Like,
facts.
Yeah.
It's all like getting revenge on the guy who's doing those things that the guys are rapping about. So like,
I mean, truthfully, none of that shit is cool. All of that shit's cool.
I was about to say.
And they're talking about him talking about the crimes he just committed,
Right.
and him saying niggas don't want to go to jail. Like, you sound stupid as fuck.
But then guys grow up, and then you have this toxic stuff going on. So maybe it's not coming from their parents, but they're like listening to Future 24/7, and now they're like, "This is the way I need
Still on
to
their
be."
parents. They listening to these fucking rappers
Yeah.
over their parents.
You need to fucking listen to your parents. Fuck you. These people, these rappers don't.
Well, their
give
parents
a fuck
aren't
about y'all.
cool though, but they think the rappers are cool. So like they want to do what's cool, just like how these girls want BBLs because
There you
Ice Spice has a fatty.
Just like them niggas.
That's why you stay off social media.
Shout out Brandon.
My
about the
kid
social
will
media.
not have social
And shit
media
was
for a
wild.
while because no.
The last thing, just to shout out my the black queens. Sha'Carri Richardson is the world's fastest woman.
Yeah,
She
she been snapping.
Yeah.
She in a state.
her competition is this past World Athletic Championships in Budapest, Hungary. She ran the 100-meter race at 10.65 and won the gold. Bro,
I watched that. It was amazing. Yeah.
I'm so proud and happy. I feel like this my big sister
God.
from the shit.
And she went to LSU. Oh God.
We ain't gonna speak about that.
Shout out LSU. I like them over Florida State this weekend, by the way. Fuck Nazir. I got 100 on the game. Finna make bro. You remember last year, bro. We not even gonna speak on that because that just brings up a feeling that I'm not gonna lie, bro. I wanted to break my fucking phone. That shit happened that last year, bro. And so honestly, I'm really glad to see Sha'Carri kind of getting back in the swing of things, showing she been snapping. And I seen actually, bro, she like, you know, at the end when they win and they talk to all the media people, she was talking to them and they was saying that she only talked to the black dude. Like there was a black guy at the beginning of the media thing. She talked to them and you see the video of her walking by and all the like people sitting there with in the media spot. Bro, she just walked by him. She was like, no, thank you. And I like it, bro. I like that she's all them people that was talking bad on her now are trying to be cool with her. She's like, I don't need it.
Yeah, I don't know if it was the same interview you're talking about, but one of them, she had said, they had asked a question about, like, what, I forget exactly, something about like, are you doing this for the world? Like, what do you think the fans are saying? This and that. And he was like, she said, I don't care, pretty much. He was like, she saw the world love her, and then the world turn on her.
Yeah.
So she's like, I'm doing all this for myself.
And that I love that.
Love it.
Honestly, bro, it goes kind of back into a lot of other things about, I don't like how they like to, like as soon as some shit happens, bro, they like to count niggas out, shit like that. Especially, bro, I remember when this was happening. I remember I was talking to my mom about this when this shit happened. Bro, when the Olympics was happening and they didn't let her in the Olympics because of the weed thing, bro, there was somebody else. There was this one girl that got caught. I believe she got caught up with her having some type of steroids. And like, she got away with it. She was able to still compete in the Olympics because she got it from like a family member that had something that it just so happened that the mineral or whatever they found in her drug test was from like, it wasn't a way where she actively like got the shit and put it in her, but it was from she eating something and they allowed her, bro. And like, she completely broke all the rules and still let her. And I remember when that shit was happening, bro, like it was a really bad look.
Oh yeah.
Like, damn, like y'all gonna let her like do this shit and not say nothing and shit. It was kind of fucked up, but yeah, bro, she coming correct. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. You keep doing that face. You do that.
Keep laughing.
But yeah, y'all got anything else?
We've been talking for a while.
Oh God,
God.
no cap.
Keep
We're gonna go ahead and wrap this up for today, this episode. I appreciate everybody tuning in, and we're gonna keep doing this. A real nigga's birthday is coming up soon, and we're probably the next episode will probably be filmed a couple days before my birthday.
On a yacht is exclusive. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, we're gonna be on a yacht. I already talked to Quavo and them, Lil Baby, and all that. We finna be outside, so but I appreciate everybody for tuning in. We're gonna go ahead and feeding you guys, keep feeding, putting stuff on our YouTube, our clips and stuff. Y'all can check that out. a lot of the things we've talked about before with like the clothing stuff we wanted to do, since school has kind of gotten into effect, it's a lot of those things have kind of been slowed down, but we're going to show that to you guys eventually. Skylar put some stuff on the Instagram. I'll put some stuff and we'll go from there. I appreciate you guys tuning in, and we're going to catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Y'all take it easy.